Today we sit here and we're relaxed. We're chilling out. But the truth of the matter is there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. Even on the phone. I mean, our conversations about, did you get this letter from QA? Did you ship your product to QA? It's lost in the mail. The package is lost. The pictures, the photography. There's so much more that goes into
product testing.
Product testing. There's so much that goes into it. There's money being spent also, so that causes a little tension sometimes. That it's not just present the product and okay they pick it up. What have you had to do so far?
Oh boy, let's see. We've had to, not necessarily in any order, but we've had to have photos taken, and then we had to have more photos taken because she forgot to tell us how many photos we needed taken. Then we needed to have everything tested, and she realized that we needed to have it tested a week before we were supposed to go on air, so we had to scramble, and I had to beg. I begged the lady, she and I are friends now, at the testing company. And then, when we had our photography had to be redone or additional things done, the photographer that we got was afraid. I think it ended up she was afraid to do the project, and so she didn't do it well at all. And then, we had, over the course of a few months, we had, it was a comedy of errors, really.
It has been.
We had pieces lost, photography, the sample pieces were lost in the mail for a few days, and then the photographer, was worried that the pieces were lost, so she stopped payment on our check, and then we had to rewrite the check. And
anything that can go wrong will go wrong. The crazy thing is, I always tell my clients, please do not lose sight of the excitement and how great it is to be on one of the biggest shopping networks in the world, because you have that graciousness, that glory in the beginning, and the reality sets in. Making the things happen.
Absolutely.
How does it happen?
And there you are in every phone call. Hi, hi. Well, you know what? It'll be okay. It'll all work out. We'll get it done tomorrow. Don't worry. You were very calming and very, I'm calling you hysterical. Guess what?
No, and you have. But but we get there. And every step of the way, we get there. And you have to calm me down too. You don't realize you're calming me down too. I'm like, she better calm down because I got to calm down. No, but I don't say that to you.
Right.
But it is. It's always, it's one step at a time. You never know what's going to happen next.
Yes.
And that's why I say to my clients, just stand in the moment that you're in. Stand here, walk through that period, and let's get to the next.
But, having you take the product and do your magic to get it in there and get to talk to the right people and, cuts off a huge amount of time. If I had to start from the beginning, you've been doing this a long time with them, and if I had to start from the beginning and find the people and go back and go back and go back, it would have taken me forever. And then just to have you hold my hand through it was very calming. Yeah. It may not have seemed like it was calming, but to have somebody else who's been there and done that and gone through the situation, and was very calming. And at least I knew I had somebody that was grabbing my hand and taking me to the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. That means a lot.
Well, you're good too, and it means a lot to have a person, a client like yourself, to understand the process, because you understood. Everything I explained to you, you got it. You got it.
And I knew it wouldn't be happening overnight.
And that's key for people to understand that these things do not happen overnight.
And my business.
Looks easy. It looks like, they're on television. It looks great.
And my business we've been in business for, 6-7 years already. Not producing and not, always having product out and not being online. We've been online about 5 years, but it takes a long time, the process of getting your business from inception to, to getting your product on air.
And where you want to see it.
It took quite a while.
Yeah, and you know what, too? Even for me, on my end of it, when I pick up a client, or when somebody comes to me, a client comes to me, they say, well, how long is it going to take to get, it's always about how long. It's how long is it going to take to get my product from point A to the end, to Z. And even with setting up appointments with buyers, I can say, okay, great. I have an appointment on Friday. Guess what? They change the appointment. They cancel. Something else comes up. So it's all of those things.
Right.
It's not, nothing happens overnight. It takes dedication and passion and support that you have of your family, and, because everybody's involved. Once you start doing this, everybody's involved. So, I mean,
Yes,
I'm really
definitely.
proud of you for what you've done. You've hung in for 6 months it's taken, and there's going to be a whole lot more coming, hopefully more positive than,
Well,
you know.
getting us on the .com part
Uh-huh.
has been wonderful, but I know that you, with your persistence, you'll get us on to the air part.
Pressure.
I know you
Pressure's
will. I'm not putting too much pressure on you.
It's on, but I love it. I mean, I believe in you. I believe in your product line, and you've shown it. I mean, look what you have.
Thank you. I appreciate
Such
it.
great success, you know, and you're such a wonderful role model to everybody else out there who's going to be watching this, because, you know, it's true. It's you work hard, stick with it, and it will happen. Persistence and
Persistence.
passion, the two P's, and niceness goes along with it. But and that's what you're all about, and I love it. This is great. This is a wonderful chat we're having. Visit.
On to the
On
next
to the
chapter.
next. Can't wait. Well, on to the next. You know, the next thing is national television on air. I'm going to see Michelle, and not just any old day, on national television live, selling her product. That's my goal for you.
There you go. From your mouth to God's ears.
Amen.
I'm
Amen.
there.
Amen.
All right.